Alright, this video is about a frame that I got interested in watching Johnny Fly's review and test of it. It's from SoutheastFPV. It's their knife box frame. Basically utilizes vertical arms and a full vertical box around the outside of the frame to add stability and a little bit of lift as you're moving forward. Let's kind of unbox the package here and see what we got going on. Looks like they threw in some stickers, some battery straps. It's always a nice bonus. And a bag full of carbon parts. Looks like you got your standoffs. Looks like some M3 screws, more M3 screws. Looks like you got screws for a stack. Shorter interior standoffs. Those look like the motor mounts. And more motor mounts. And here's your sandwich plates. Looks like your top and bottom, and then your very top plate. And your miscellaneous. These must be okay. These are your arms. You got your two front arms completely vertical, and then your curved rear arms, which gives you up tilt so that your rear motors are higher than your front motors, and then your box pieces. Okay, one thing you will notice is if you've seen these online, every picture that they show, no matter what distributor, or if you go to SoutheastFPV's website, it shows it with a TPU camera mount, a TPU stubby antenna holder, a TPU turtle fin. Well, I found out after I ordered this that none of that's included. It's all optional. So unless you outsource all the TPU parts or have a 3D printer, it's open source, so you can download it and print your own if you have a 3D printer. But if you don't, you have to outsource it. It's all separate, additional costs obviously, but they don't really tell you that except for the fine print at the bottom of the description. If you don't do that, you basically have to find another way to mount your camera, to mount your VTX, the turtle fin, who cares. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get creative and try to figure out a way to mount the camera and stuff on this without it, because I think it's ridiculous that you have to you're on your own to figure out how to get the TPU parts. They don't even offer them for sale on their website directly. You have to outsource everything and get creative and figure it out yourself. So anyway, I'm going to do a build with this regardless, even though I've kind of got a sour taste in my mouth for it already. I'm curious to try it. We'll see how strong it's going to be. All the carbon looks like 2mm, so it's pretty flexy this way, but hopefully as one piece, when it's all put together, it'll be a lot stronger. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and build this, and then I'll show you some video of it after I'm finished. So thanks. Okay, if you look at all the photos from SoutheastFPV on the knife box frame, all of them that show it complete show it with all the TPU parts. Well, what they don't tell you is clear down here at the bottom. Now, listed on the not included is, well, all the TPU parts. That would have been nice to know up front, or have listed at the photos, TPU parts optional. Come on, guys, get it shit together. Alright, 5 hours later, we have the finished product. This was not the easiest frame to build by any means. It was kind of challenging. There is directions online. They don't really help a whole lot, but I guess they kind of put me in the right direction. I ended up building it with a Mamba stack, which is probably my favorite stack to use right now. Used an AKK VTX. Went with the new DYS FunSun 2306 2500 kV motors. I was a big fan of the Samgook 2306 2500, so I don't think these are a whole lot different, so I figured I'd give them a shot since it's kind of something I'm familiar with. But anyway, that's the finished product. Obviously, it didn't come with all the fancy TPU mounts, so I had to make do with stuff I had laying around. It kind of worked out okay. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, there it is. I'll throw some flight footage on it and give you my thoughts after the fact. Thank you. One thing I forgot to mention was the TPU mount that I ended up using for the VTX antenna. You can pick this up at Brain 3D. It's intended for the XHover Win, the 5-inch, or the Thrust UAV Alpha. They both have a 40mm spacing on the standoffs. This one is slightly narrower. I believe it's 37.5 to 38mm, but it's close enough that this mount does work for the VTX antenna. The camera mounts for those two models are just a little too thick. It's a little too tight. Those 2mm, 2 millimeters made too much of a difference. So I just used some universal soft mounts that I got. I believe I got that with a Source 2 frame and then an adapter for the micro camera, or a mini size would fit right in there perfect with it. You just have to get a little creative, but just wanted to tell you about that rear mount. It fits perfect. It works really good. It's $7 from Brain 3D. So anyway, that's an option for you.
Yeah.